Hear me out. Is boycotting really the answer? And is it really giving us the intended impacts that we want? So I just want to give you a different perspective. A lot of the companies that we are boycotting because they have rolled back their public statements on DE&I, or they have publicly said they are rolling back DE&I efforts, are not always true. For example, I have worked for a company, one of those companies who have publicly said that they're rolling back certain parts of their DEI programming. However, working there, I know that they are still doing the actions and the things that support diverse communities, diverse owned businesses, and diverse employees. So everything that we hear is not always exactly what it seems. The other point I want to mention is that if we think about not supporting some of those businesses that employ a lot of diverse people, what happens to those people's jobs? A lot of times the diverse people might be the first to get cut when things get tight. So I think about the impact, the trickle-down effect of not supporting those businesses, including the families that rely on that income from that job to support their families and themselves, what that does to them. I think about the brands, the Black-owned, the Latina-owned brands, the women-owned, the veteran-owned brands that are carried in those companies that need that shelf life, that need that distribution system, that large footprint to give them more exposure, to help them grow and thrive. And taking that away, sometimes these big companies will cut the inventory based on sales. And so if we're not going into the stores and buying those products, then those companies might get cut off of the shelves forever, right? So how does that impact them? And I'm not saying that you should not boycott. I think there's definitely positive impact, and it sends a strong message that our voice matters and our dollars matter and where we spend them. But what I am saying is I am thinking about the bigger picture, because I am one of those people who has somewhat of an intimate knowledge about some of these situations and the fact that everything is not always what it appears to be. So I just want to give you that to chew on. Let's talk about it. I know I might get some backlash. I know this is not the popular opinion, but just because a celebrity or somebody famous says, don't shop here, don't do this, don't do that, fine, but do your own research. And just the bottom line is be intentional. I am super intentional about where I spend my money, who I spend it with, who created this item. Is it a Black-owned business? Is it a minority-owned business? Is it a woman-owned business? And also think about the fact that diverse-owned businesses employ more diverse people. So again, the trickle-down effect. If we're not buying the products from those businesses, they might have to eliminate some of their employees, right? So I just want you all to think about this different perspective on it. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. You might think I'm crazy, but again, I'm not saying don't boycott. I have participated in boycotts and I understand the reason for them. Just giving you a different perspective to think about the bigger picture and trickle down effect of everything that could happen